here, Jane Unchained. Behind me is a Valentine's Day anti-fur demonstration.
Compassion is the fashion! Compassion is the fashion!
It's a sizable crowd on Valentine's Day, sending a Valentine's Day message. That Valentine's Day is about love, kindness, and compassion. So say no to fur, because fur equals death. And I mean, that's something you can't contest. However you feel about fur, fur is not alive. Fur is dead, and it used to be an animal. That is the reality of the situation. So when they say, be compassionate and avoid fur, what they're saying is, don't kill for a coat. It's obviously fake, faux, but it has animals' faces on it, actual bodies of many, many, many animals. What is the message of this particular coat that you are wearing today?
This is the evidence, this is the truth behind your full-length fur coat. 50 dead animals it takes to give one fur coat. Here's the arms and the legs and the faces of these innocent creatures that were tormented during their lives, tormented horribly during their deaths to make your fashion statement. And if you want to see the truth behind it, on the way here, coming to Columbus Circle, I was hit by a lot of people wearing fur and fur trim, looking at it saying, oh, that's disgusting. What is she wearing? This is what I'm wearing. I'm wearing what you're wearing on your trim. You're disgraceful if you wear this as a fashion statement.
What's interesting is on the way here, I actually ran into a woman walking two dogs who was wearing a fur coat. I didn't say anything, but what is your thought about people who have that disconnect between the animals that they love and the animals they're wearing?
I was wearing a rabbit fur coat 3 years ago that an ex-boyfriend had given me. I was wearing it and I was told very gently by a friend, why don't you go research what they really do to these animals? It's not a haircut, Alexis. I went and watched the video footage that we show today, courtesy of PETA, what the live skinning of the raccoon dog. Watched it blinking and trying to breathe for 10 minutes as it struggled in its slow death. And that's times 50. And I literally got sick. For 3 days, I was losing my mind. And I threw the fur coat into the garbage, joined this group, CAF. We are with CAF today, showing you the truth behind the fur trim. There is nothing pretty about it, nothing stylish.
Are you here today?
Because we have to speak out for the animals. It's about time that these barbaric practices stop. We just can't have this any longer. It's time that humans stop abusing and exploiting animals.
Do you find it odd that people who may consider themselves to be compassionate and kind just sort of thoughtlessly buy a fur trim?
I've got to say that a lot of these people, especially the younger ones, really, I believe, are not educated and they don't know what's going on. So I think it's very important to educate people, especially the younger generations that see the trends and the fashion and they think it's beautiful and they're really not aware of what's going on. So we need to speak out so people can hear what's really going on and put an end to this finally.
Thank you so much. What are you holding and why?
A poor innocent creature who people took his life for no reason, just cruelty for cruelty. And we have a job to do to speak for these animals that don't have a voice. It's just inhumane cruelty. It should be illegal. And
well, it's not illegal.
We're not Eskimos.
You're saying it should be illegal?
It absolutely should be illegal. We're not Eskimos. We don't need this. It's just unbelievable and disgusting.
And you're a young person, so you kind of speak to the millennials. What would you say to the younger people who have actually embraced these fur collars?
Oh, I mean, it makes me sick. When I see it in the subway, I just can't look at it. And, I tell my friends how disgusted I am by that. And some people, it's an innocent mistake for some people. They just don't look. They just don't care. They don't look at the tags, So it's our job to bring awareness to this sad issue.
Thank you so much. All right, here we go. We're going down Central Park South with the protesters. And frankly, you're getting to experience what being in a protest is like, because this is happening in real time. Essentially, I am walking along with these protesters and following them.
Passion is the fashion.
And here where the protesters are arriving at their destination. Their setup for protest is outside the famed Bergdorf Goodman, which I checked this morning does sell fur, and I checked their catalog. Bergdorf Goodman indeed does sell fur, and so that is why today these demonstrators have set up their protest right outside of this very famous store. And indeed, it's a sophisticated setup. They've got videos, they've got a video camera that shows imagery of animals dying for fur, and they've got, wow, generator and furs and traps. So this is a very, very sophisticated operation as the demonstrators stand in a line that stretches the better part of a block down Fifth Avenue, the famous shopping district, and they have lined up outside the very famous Bergdorf Goodman. Bergdorf Goodman, a store has been around for a very long time, a very, very elite name. On a couple of occasions, I tried to ask people who were passing by who were wearing fur what they thought of the protest, and frankly, one woman ran away. Others seemed offended that I would approach them to ask them the question, as if I was somehow attacking them by simply asking what they think of the protest. So, fur coat right here, and she's got a Bergdorf bed, and she's running away. It's interesting that I just wanted to ask you about the fur issue. Would you mind?
What do you got here?
However, there was a couple exiting Bergdorf Goodman who said they're totally in favor of the protesters and think they have it right. Listen.
No one should wear furs. No one should wear furs.
And you're two shoppers, very elegant shoppers, just coming out of Bergdorf Goodman. So you agree with the protesters?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You do?
100%.